Wasting any time, let's get into the prayer session of today. Give me a quick second.
3, you'll feel your energy. Day 7, your eyes will change. Day 8, you will become unreal.
Yes, I'll still bless you. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'll still bless you. I'll still bless you. Oh, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'll still bless you. I'll still bless you. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Hello guys, hope you guys are doing well today. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Yes, without wasting any time, those of you who are here, I'd like to appreciate for all of you to take an opportunity to come and join me on this prayer session. We normally hold these prayer sessions every Sunday at around 7 p.m. South African time. The reason why we're doing these things is that we are involved in the Forex market and we need to get our mind right in order for us to obviously have a sustainable way of going about this in the long run. So if you are new here, we pray specifically for how in order for us to succeed in this game. So I'm gonna be quoting obviously a few verses. Those of you who obviously get who are confused, who feel confused, who feel all kinds of manner, who feel like they don't have clear direction, who feel like they're stuck mentally, everyone who's actually feeling like they're not in good spirit. This is where we come and unpack everything, rejuvenate. Market starts, we go in heavy from there. So before that, let me know which country you're from. Let me talk to everyone. Let me know which country you're from. Write down in the comments which country you're from before I can actually start. I have some very interesting verses that I'm going to be talking to you guys about. And then these verses that will help you shape everything. I see Portugal in the building, Canada. I see Rwanda, South Africa, Zambia, Sweden. I see Sweden as well, Kenya, South Africa again, Afghanistan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Nigeria, Kenya, from so yeah, the Bible verse as well. Is the internet okay now? Okay, the internet should be fine now. So I'm going to be talking about a very interesting few verses. I'm going to start with this verse. So now these verses are directed to make you focus on this Forex market in a very spiritual. I mean, from a perspective of seeing it in a spiritual way in terms of how it can affect you whenever you're obviously trading. So I'm gonna start with this verse. At least 8 verse 10, chapter 10. It says, if the axe is dull and its edge is unsharpened, more strength is needed, but skill will bring success. So now this verse shows us that the preparation and wisdom, sharpening the axe, are more effective than working hard with a blunt tool. So comrades, that's why majority of you obviously have been trading in this game for like years, and it was a situation where even if you have been trading for you feel like you're not going anywhere. So sometimes it's just a matter of what the knowledge the proper knowledge that actually works, because of sometimes you can work hard, comrade. You can trade forex as much as you want, trust me. You can trade as much as you want, but if the information you have, it is not benefit, it is not, good information, it becomes very much difficult for you to make it in the long run. And I think this is what this verse actually speaks to. Another one, Proverbs 23 verse no wait Proverbs verse 24, chapter 3 to 4. By the wisdom, okay, by wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. Success is built not only by labor, but also applying wisdom and knowledge. When you trade forex, you need to understand what you have learned before. The mistakes that you have learned before, were you able to go back and obviously rectify those mistakes so that you can come back way much stronger? So this is what actually talks about. Majority of traders, they don't reflect back. It's like they're focusing forward to a point where they even abandon what has actually happened before, and which is a very troubling thing. Majority of traders treat this industry like it's just a game, treat it like it's just a gambling tool. This trading game, it is not a gambling tool, comrades. Properly, so that you are able to make it in the long run. That's how we must obviously position this. I'm gonna speak about another verse, Proverbs 21, chapter 5. It says, "The of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as hustle lead to poverty. Careful, um, okay, yeah, thoughtful work brings success." Comrade, you can this is what actually it is happening. Majority of traders have this bravado that goes with them. They always want to risk. They always want to just go into the trade without understanding. You always want Dioparandi to tell you, I mean, you always want Dioparandi to do and follow him, but do you actually understand what is actually happening? Do you actually understand what is actually happening? Do you even want to understand what the thing is? So this is what we're talking about in this scenario. It's the issue of understanding what you're doing. You must be thoughtful about everything. From the time you place your trade, you must understand why you're placing a stop loss where you're placing it. You must understand the issue of when you are setting up your take profit, why are you actually setting out that take profit? So things like this, they amount to huge things that we often just go past them, and like we don't obviously make an effort to pay attention to them. So another thing that we must obviously emphasize, to summarize obviously the entire, I mean, the main message behind these verses is the issue of planning, comrade. When I'm engaging with you, I tell you guys to obviously go about the go volume strategy, meaning plan everything in terms of how the strategy must be implemented, what you must look for, how do you go about analyzing, how do you go about setting up everything. Someone is saying is bad because Is it fine now? Is my network okay now? Let me know, guys, if the network is fine now. It should be fine now. Should be fine now. So, as I was saying, the issue of planning everything, a lot of people don't. Like take that for granted. It's good. Okay, let me put this thing here. Let me do this. Okay, these slides are actually, hold on. Okay, it's better this way. I think now it's fine now. So another thing that I was talking about, comrade, as long as you guys obviously can hear me, everything should be fine. Because I'm trying to switch on my lights inside my car, but it doesn't give me good visuals. So, comrades, I don't know how can I, emphasize this more enough. Stop this thing of rushing to enter the market without actually rushing to follow the operandi without understanding what you're doing. Let's stop this thing, comrade. You are definitely going against God when you do that. So please, these prayer sessions, I made them so that I can talk about how these things that you are doing are hurting your trading can actually aspect. Sometimes we don't realize that we are our own enemies. And in this situation, this industry is set up in a way that you actually go against yourself. In this industry, you actually go against yourself. If you can actually think about it, you are always going against yourself. Why? Because why are you making trades without understanding what the market, how the market moves? It doesn't make any sense to me. So please don't do that. Please, 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 please. Now, from Monday, from tomorrow, I want you to start looking at the market in a way that I'm going to be entering more trades because of I know this and this and this. It doesn't matter which strategy you use, as long as you've planned out everything. That's the proper way of going about trading. That way there's sustainability. That way you are you are in the right path. So start doing that. That's what this verses were actually emphasizing. So I'm going to be talking about another thing. Um hold on. I'm going to talk about the issue of losses, right? I have a verse here, Job 1, chapter 21. Okay, the Lord gave, okay, the Lord gave and the Lord has taken. May the name of the Lord be praised. Job acknowledges God's sovereignty even in his devastating losses. Majority of you, okay, let's let's take a look at how gold was moving. If we can observe on how gold was moving, we definitely understand why we need to include God into this whole picture. Why? Because majority of you, when gold is consolidating, some of you don't even know that it is actually consolidating. You every time when you enter the market, you always enter with a selfish mindset that gold must just shoot into your direction and give you money and give you all this wisdom and give you all this billions that you want. That's not how it works, comrade. That's not a better approach of how we go about it. You must remain calm, and the only way you are going to remain calm whenever the market consolidates, because that's when you will tend to experience losses because of we're not able to hold trades obviously for a long time. So in that situation, you must know what is happening, and when you know what is actually happening, you don't get emotionally, affected and all that. What you do is that you will understand that this is the process that I'm involved in, and this is how I need to position my emotions. And this Bible verse, as you keep on, saying it with your own mouth, it will help you understand, even in any situation in your life, it doesn't matter whether it's forex or even in your personal life, that God will will give and also God will take. So sometimes God give us things because it's actually the right time for him to give us things. Sometimes God removes us from very toxic environments and give us the things that we must have. Sometimes God take us out of situations that can lead to death by taking whatever that he actually gave to you. Sometimes God, okay, someone is saying network again. Let me see. Is it still? Are you guys able to hear me? Please confirm before I continue. It should be fine now. Are you guys able to hear me? Yes, it's fine. Yes. Comrade, sometimes God put us in situations where he will take things from us because of he understands that situations that are surrounding us can lead to our death, can lead to our destruction, can lead into a path that is not meant for us. So you must not take losses personal. It doesn't matter whether it's forex, it doesn't matter whether it's, and don't pray only when you are in bad situations. Pray now, pray all the time. Don't pray when you are in bad situations. When you pray, make sure that conversation is between you and God. Genuinely pray for the things that you actually want. When you want to trade forex, when you want to make it big, let God know. Do you think, comrade, forex has a way of changing your life in a very massive way? Do you think if you go into this thing without inviting God in a situation where, do you think okay, you want God to give you this huge amount of money that you probably don't know what you're going to do with? That money that you want, you're probably going to put your life at risk without you knowing. You're probably going to do more harm than good with the power that God will obviously give. That's what you, it's like you are asking for too much. Sometimes I feel like we're asking for too much. And why I'm saying we're asking for too much, we're asking for things that if we ask ourselves, what are we going to do with those things? We find we find it very hard to answer those questions. If I ask you, why do you want to flip 500 into 5 million? Majority of people they just say because it's money. There's no real purpose behind it. And when we start including God, we start to have that purpose. We start to have that tangibility of why we waking up. We start to have a real purpose of why we wake up, why we do stuff that we do on daily basis. Majority of youth are directionless. And I think here there's probably a good amount of youth here. Majority of youth they don't have anything that they live for. They don't have, and which is a very bad. God doesn't want you to not live for anything. God wants you to be to serve his purpose. And what is serving his purpose? Doing what you feel like doing, not what you feel like, doing what you have to do in this world to fulfill yourself and fulfill the desire that will bring full fulfillment. Because material things don't bring fulfillment, they just only bring a temporary pleasure. But what brings fulfillment is knowing that you've taken your family out of poverty. What brings fulfillment is knowing that you've saved a life. What brings fulfillment is knowing that whatever that you've done, it will impact someone in a very positive way. What brings fulfillment, it's a situation where you know that everything that you do it for someone that you appreciate, someone that you, that's what brings fulfillment, a real fulfillment. I'm not talking about things for 2 minutes pleasure. I'm not talking about things for materialist. I'm talking about things that God created for us to do. So we must start looking at the market. And like, this is what I've actually this is the conclusion that I've actually come to. If you trade forex so that you can make money, you will never make money. if you have a trade forex because you want to do something bigger than forex, or you want to do something bigger, if you trade forex because of you want to get that funding for that business that you want to start, you will go in hard as you can. But if you want to trade forex just because of you saw people making money and you feel like it's a good thing to jump on a, do you guys understand what I'm saying? So the priorities actually matter in this situation. We might think that they don't matter, but the priorities matter. If you trade forex because you want to help an orphan, if you trade forex because you want to help out your community by doing this or that, it's a drive that no one can match. Not trading forex because you want to make money and be happy and not know what to do. A huge amount of money. But do you know what you want to do with it? What do you want to do? You want God to give you huge resources, but God is not a fool. God will knows that these resources that you're asking for, they're going to kill you if you are not ready for those resources. And if you are not prepared to deal with those types of resources, they're just going to drive you, they're going to remove you from your actual purpose. Sometimes it's a situation where people think money is purpose. Money is not purpose, comrade. I don't want to lie. Getting the money is actually a purpose, but money on its own is not purpose. I don't know if you guys get me. The process of getting money so that you can do whatever that's important, it's the actual purpose of why you wake up. The reason why a person who wakes up because their mother is sick and they need money for medical attention, they need money for medical, obviously, facility. That person, when they trade, they actually want to get it done. Imagine yourself when you're in a situation where you really need money and you trade in this situation. Now you have a and I'm not talking about you need like money just for now. You need funds so that you can do something very tangible with them. That drive is unmatched. It is not like and I think this is why this mentality comes from. The mentality of people say it's like when you say I want, and someone will say, even if I can make 10,000 rands a day, I'm fine. Do you understand how what I'm saying plays a role in that? That your priority, your purpose, it's like when they say comrades, forex will actually reveal you how you are. And I'm not lying, and I keep on saying this. Forex will reveal a lot about you. That's one thing I've noticed about it will reveal a whole lot of things about you. It reveals too much information to a point where you can actually see yourself through forex. Why? Because it will reveal if you are really driven, if you have a real purpose in life, if you are direction, if you have a clear direction in life, which God wants you to have. It will be dictated of how you trade. Even if doesn't matter what strategy you use, but if you plan to trade and you want to trade and make real money and be sustainable into this thing, you will get to see it. Someone who actually wants to trade because of they want money just to what, buy alcohol and chill with friends, they are very much different from a person that wants to trade and pay a medical bill for their mother or pay a school fees for their children. Those two people are different. Their drive is not the same. So can you see when you align with your purpose, you automatically align with forex? Hmm? Am I lying? When you align with your purpose, you automatically align with Forex. Because when you trade, you'll be